Poe and Ponder, and I'm back with another video. Yo, please come and thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, hit all notifications so you have my videos in your possession each and every time I go live or I do uploads. Now, y'all know I ain't been doing no uploads for the past few days. Just been chilling, you know what I'm saying? Just like sometimes I fall in and I fall out of it. You know, it just end up being like that. But shout out to all of y'all who went out there and copped that 17 orders from on my dashboard. The Oud Satin Mood, $155. So I know the 17 people who copped this and knocked this, y'all all got good taste. Y'all all got good taste. Get your hands on this, baby. Get your hands on it. Like, yo, Oud Satin Mood, the scent is just luxurious. It's premium. You know what I'm saying? I also, so please make sure that you cop that. The link is below. I'm going to try to find a discounted link. I know before I had a Bloomingdale's link where they had it on sale for like $133 or whatever. I'll put the best link below. Make sure that you support and cop that. Also, make sure that you support the channel. Put the Cash App link is below. It's another two things I want to tell you, right? I went and I got an adjustment today from a chiropractor. I never had one before. So I've signed up with this place called the Joint Center. It's like the Joint Chiropractic or whatever. They have packages there. You should go check that out. Yo, when I tell you I don't have any more shoulder pain or anything, they said that you got to come multiple times. I signed up. I got a package where I got like 7 visits for the first month, and then there's going to be 4 visits thereafter. But chiropractic care is so necessary. Back when I used to work in insurance and customer service, them white people ain't play about their chiropractic care. Make sure that you get some chiropractic care in your life. Yo, the back pain, everything is so much better. The shoulder pain, like I felt like just because I worked out so much, that's why I had shoulder pain. But now it's like I'm lifting my arms up today, like, you know, like lifting the weights, feeling no pain. So it's just like my body needed that release. So, yo, look into getting yourself some chiropractic care. They snapped my neck, they did my back. Like, it was just perfect. The side to side, like the adjustment, it was perfect. Also, the last thing before we get into the commentary I want to tell you about is that, you know, for the month of May, I did start my group, whether you walk or you run. I think that right now the total mileage is like 250. We're far through the, you know, we've already made like a lot of way through the challenge. So I have like 8 people right now. I didn't promote it like that because I've been doing my videos, but I'm going to drop the link in my description below for that. Make sure that you click on, because listen, we are going to be doing a cash giveaway next month, and also we're going to be giving away a pair of sneakers. So make sure that you join. Listen, I don't know, pretty handsome, I don't know who you are, and I know you on this channel, but stop trying to think that you're going to beat me. Unless you're doing 20K steps per day, you're not going to beat me at all. Like, you know, I love competition. If you want to, and if I start seeing you do 20K a day, I'm gonna step it up to 30K a day. You're not gonna win. You're not gonna win, but shout out to you for stepping up. Definitely a contender for a cash prize or a pair of sneakers. So listen, let's jump into it. Let's talk about the Met Gala. All them gals mixed up, and you already know who was the most tweeted and talked about. The one who they, you know, on the tip of everybody's tongue. The one that got them sprung. Nicki Minaj. She looked stunning, number one-ing. Always. It's like, at first when I seen Nicki, I was like, okay, she killing it softly like Lauryn Hill and the Fugees. You know, she had her pinstripes on and the jacket and all of that. I really loved when she posted the photos after, and you know what I'm saying? And it was just like with the white, was it like a white corset cami type thing, type of cami? But Nicki looked amazing. When I first seen it, I had posted on my Twitter X and on my YouTube or whatever. I said Nicki was given that pink print. You remember the pink print when everything was just dialed back, just the pink print beauty, where it's just like you just see her, and it was like that's the part that I loved the most. When she was on that, I couldn't breathe, and you ain't even know it. That was so vulnerable, and like she was out there in that house in Malibu, and I couldn't breathe, and you ain't even know it. So the makeup to me was given very much pink print era terror. You know, and I really like that. Let me go through my phone and see a few other people who I felt, you know, give some commentary on that. But nonetheless, I want to know in the comments what you felt about the Met Gala and the people and the attendees and all of that, right? Now, another person who popped out Doechii, right? I ain't gonna go in too deep into it, but I felt like Doechii, her outfit, I posted this on my Twitter yesterday when I seen it. Her outfit was given awards show. To me, it just didn't feel like it was anything special about it. You know, she was rocking LV. It looked really day party-ish, like, you know, get up on the couch and, what it is, ho, what's up? It just wasn't really like Shorty Pop a lot. It wasn't like Met Gala material, but it was nice material though, the LV, you know what I'm saying? She looked good, but I just personally felt like she could have perked up just a little bit more for the Met Gala. I ain't even putting Doja Cat picture on the screen. I felt like Doja Cat, I seen where she was going with it, but I ain't really like it. Shout out to Doja Cat. She gets a E for effort, but I wasn't really featuring her like that. You know what I'm saying? Who else was out there that I felt like was noteworthy? Diana Ross. Diana Ross, she showed up like the boss. She had the gown spreaded all over the stairs with zero cares. And they said that she took off like 22 years from the Met Gala. I wonder why she hasn't returned since 22 years, but you know, whatever it was, maybe it was some inside issues or whatever, but she ironed that out, but she looked good. You know, I think Beyonce had I'm pretty sure other people had that too, but her gown like spread all over the stairs. I'm gonna put a picture up there too, just so you can see it. But Diana Ross looked good. Diana Ross, the boss. She out there with the floss. Okay. All right. Who else? Who else? Cardi B. Now listen, I want to say this. I knew that I was online on Twitter, and you know, Cardi, she had this video actually that I want to play too. I'm gonna insert the video.
It's actually more intimidating now because I'm competing with like myself, really. Everybody's always expects so much from me, especially here because they know that this is my department, which, you know, it's overwhelming, but I love it. It just makes me understand like it's like I'm really a superstar because only the superstars get invited. I'm at the Met Gala and you at the Sala.
And you know, her face looked a little manly, you know, whatever in the video. And you know, I think I'm gonna be completely honest with you, right? I'm a person, I love red, I love blues, I love purples, I love, you know, I'm not really a fan of green. I like pretty color green, like, you know, the turquoise and, you know, maybe like the Tiffany blue, Tiffany greenish like type color or whatever. But I'm just not really a fan. Like, I feel like emerald green is a beautiful color. And, you know, she had that brushed Burberry on or whatever. I didn't feel like she looked terrible, but I didn't love it. But then when I start seeing like different videos of her popping up, I felt like, you know, she did look decent. She did look okay. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Cardi looked terrible, but I'm going to insert a video that I got from Facebook. And I felt like she looked decent right there, but I just felt like, you know, it wasn't anything to, you know, you know, big up like, oh, Cardi looks, you know, amazing. But a lot of people did say she looked amazing. So maybe I just didn't. I think what it is with me personally is that I just don't like the color green. My cousin, she loves green everything. Like, she buy green Jordans. I don't like nothing green. I got this one green shirt that I got for my birthday and I barely wear it. Yeah, did I get a green? Yeah, I barely wear it. This was like maybe 3 years ago. Somebody, you know, gave it to me for my birthday, and I don't even wear it to the gym. I just, there's something about green. It just don't make me feel fresh. Like, I like to wear whites and yellows and reds and, you know, just the more vibrant colors, the vibrant, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that you thumbs up this video. Got to make sure that y'all know that. Make sure to get your hands on some Oud Satin Mood. Make sure you get your hands on that. In the description, Oud Satin Mood. Get it for yourself, get it for your boo, get it for somebody who remained true to you. So, yeah. Another thing I want to talk about too is Megan Thee Stallion. Now, Megan Thee Stallion, she was up in the Met Gala, and you know, she had her iPhone, you know, recording all of that. And they saying that she broke the rules and they bounced the bitch up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Let me say this: Megan Thee Stallion, she did look nice, you know. She looked nice, but that's just pretty much it. And her and Angel Reese was playing each other close, and Megan shake her damn ponytail and hit Angel Reese. They looked like lesbian lovers when they was, you know, in the, you know, close like that. I was like, oh, okay, I could actually see this being, you know, a thing. So Megan, she looked nice, and you know, she was trying to stunt on her. Was she on TikTok? And she was saying how they was eating all these different hors d'oeuvres and stuff like that, and saying how they was eating cornbread and caviar and all this other just BS. But you know, she was breaking the rules, and I actually had an article about that, but Screw Megan Thee Stallion. You already know, like, listen, this is the most press that she probably gonna get. New song came out, flop, with whenever, did whatever. And you know, Megan was also on the she was on the red carpet and she was like, where's Cardi? I posted the short on my page. Where's Cardi? It's like you just dissed her last week. Now you want to be kissing up her ass? Like, come on, Megan. This is why, like, yo, let me tell you something. The gal's so funny. And Cardi, she was just there. You know, she probably avoided Megan ass too. She probably figured she's FOS full of ish and she ain't want to deal with her ass either. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let me read this article to you in regards to Nicki Minaj look at the 2025 Met Gala. So Nicki Minaj sizzle in chic Thom Brown suit dress at the 2025 Met Gala. Nicki looked amazing. She did, right? Nicki, shout out to Nicki. So Nicki Minaj attended the eighth Met Gala. And pinstripe suit, in a pinstripe suit at the common thread among this year's attendees, right? So her dress by Thom Brown, Thom, is it Thom or Tom? You let me know in the comments. Thom, Thom, that sounds like Thom. Thom Brown boasted a cascade of ruffled flowers around her shoulder. The rapper attended the Met Gala last year for the Garden of Time theme. So Nicki Minaj is turning the 2025 Met Gala into her own Barbie world. So the rapper 42 stepped out in style at the Metropolitan Museum of Art wearing a form-fitting Thom Brown dress Monday. So May 5th per Vogue as part of the annual Fashion Forward event. All right, her pinstripe suit dress, a common thread between wait. A part of the annual Fashion Forward event. So a part of the all right. So her pinstripe suit dress, a common thread between this year's attendees, featured a wide neckline and bold white stripes and a mermaid skirt with the thinner pinstripe pattern. I miss like back in the days, like women used to wear those mermaid type of skirts. I felt like when my grandmother passed away years ago, like my aunts all wore like, you know, form-fitting dresses that went down like that too. I kind of remember that, but yeah, I like the mermaid look. It's like a old school, you know, old school type of fashion. So mermaid skirt with a thinner pinstripe pattern, a collection of ruffled flowers cascaded over her right shoulder and down her back. All right. So Minaj piled her hair high in a curly updo and included a gold headpiece to complete the look. She added a pop of color with her bright blue nails, keeping her glam simple with a warm smoky eye and a nude lip. All right. So yeah. So also, you know, I felt like Nicki was going to be there this year as well because she did the Vogue magazine. So, you know, she probably feels like, you know, not that she owes them anything, but you know, she probably was just like, those are her people. She's been in the game. This is her eighth Met Gala. I think this is Cardi's B 6. So let's read an article on Cardi B as well, right? Cardi B goes green in a Burberry suit for the 2025 Met Gala. All right, Cardi B arrived at the 2025 Met Gala wearing a green Burberry suit that took inspiration from the Victorian era. Underneath, the star wore a silk divorce shirt with ruffled accents at the neckline and cuffs, complemented by green velvet tailored trousers that matched the suit's coat. I just didn't like it. Like when I think green, I think ill. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Bodak Yellow rapper has now attended the Met Gala 6 times, with her first appearance having occurred in 2018. So Cardi B is once again at the Met Gala. Go up. On Monday, May 5th, the Grammy winner stepped out at the 2025 Met Gala, where she hit the Metropolitan Museum of Arts wearing a luxurious Burberry suit created by Daniel Lee. The textured outfit was an ivy color, a perfect match for her green contacts and eyeshadow. All right. Underneath, the star wore a silk divorce shirt with ruffled accents at the neckline and cuffs, complemented by green velvet tailored trousers. That green colored trousers, and she had the back cut out. For Cardi's look, we like the idea of a tailored feminine dandy, Lee told, you know, her designer told. So they were just trying to get her on some dandy shit, like, you know what I'm saying? I had this video that I actually wanted to play for y'all from Cardi B. Let me see where she was talking about, you know, she was talking about she's fashion's girl or something like that.
It's actually more intimidating now because I'm competing with like myself, really. Everybody's always expects so much from me, especially here because they know that this is my department, which, it's overwhelming, but I love it. It just makes me understand like, it's like I'm really a superstar because only the superstars get invited. I'm at the Met Gala and you at the
Cardi
Sala.
with that strong face talking about this is her department, trying to fit up in the compartments. Listen, ma, what you gassed up in the brain? You thinking that you the one really with the range? Huh? Yo, showing up looking the same, all in that green, like ill, like you don't give me that money, Phil. Like, what the deal? You supposed to drop that album. You supposed to showed up talking about the album on the red carpet. Let them know it's coming soon. Let them know the single dropping in June. But listen, you came up in here all late and sorry. I ain't even really see Twitter going crazy for Cardi like that. Real talk. You seen her fans trying to hate on Nicki, editing Nicki's pictures and all that. Like, yo, they be hating so bad. They be sick and so mad. They was so mad that Nicki was number one. That Nicki was number one. The number one talked about female rapper. At the Met Gala, Cardi showed up in all that green. You know what I'm saying? And Megan did some. Megan had the titties hoisted up real nice, hoisted and greased up. Had that ponytail. But it just wasn't enough, you know what I'm saying? Then they had like, footage of her ass getting bounced up out of there. Like they were saying Megan got kicked out, but I don't know what happened, but I thought it was funny when people put that, just added that to it. The captions sometimes on videos be killing me. They kill me so bad. But yeah, overall, I felt like, and then who else looked nice? Lauryn Hill showed up. She looked nice. I seen her and I felt like saying, taxi! Taxi. When I seen her, I thought taxi cab, but she did look really nice. I was speaking to one of my friends and she told me that Lauryn Hill had a fake Birkin. She said that Kelly bag is fake, and I don't know that, but I thought it was funny, so I laughed at it. She said, yeah, that Kelly bag is definitely fake. She said, all these bitches is so fake. That's why, like, I don't like none of this shit. These bitches is so fake. I thought it was so funny though, but yeah. So I have no way of confirming that, but she said Lauren definitely was carrying a fake bag. But all in all, I felt like it was good to see these women. Let me just tell you this with my own observation. It sucks that, well, you see, like, Doechii was clicked up with Megan and Angel Reese, right? And she's like, where's, and Megan was like, where's Cardi at? Or whatever. You wasn't really looking for Cardi. No, you wasn't. You know what I'm saying? You just doing that because you know what's going on online. But what I do think, and all like Fave and Fave loving aside, I do think it's crazy because it's just like, yo, even though I don't think Cardi deserves to like, be one of those regarded female rappers, it is kind of crazy how like, Nicki's there. Nicki, she do her thing. Nicki is famous as hell. So it's just like she's there and everybody falls falls into her as well. And it's just like, damn, like, she don't fuck with Cardi. They don't fuck with each other. Can't, put anything there. And then Megan Thee Stallion, let me just tell you this, right? What I truly, truly believe Megan messed up. Now, you see Megan, whenever came out, it flopped, it ain't do nothing. It's just like, can you imagine this? Really put this in your mind and think about this, right? Imagine if Nicki and Megan didn't have any beef. Megan would be the perfect candidate for Nicki Minaj, her record label. She would, because let me tell you why I believe this personally, right? If you look at Nicki right now, I don't know what happened with her and her artist London Hill, but I feel like that would have been a perfect match because it's just like she's fire. All she needs is marketing, push her through to whatever. But I don't know if this is a fact or not. But I feel like Nicki wants somebody who has a big following. That's just the vibe I'm getting because it just seemed like she was courting JT. I'm not a big following per se, but I feel like from what I'm vibing, I feel as though that she wants somebody who's on already and like whatever. Even though I do think other people deserve a chance too, because it's just like superstars are made to be built. But I feel like she wants somebody like that's built up already, and sometimes it could backfire. But anyway, my point of saying this is that Megan, imagine her being going through what she's going through, and her and Nicki was cool, and she could have signed to Heavy on it. Nicki, listen, Nicki would have had the support of the fans. She would have got pushed on some real black girl shit. It's just like Nicki and Megan could have went on a tour. It would have been bigger than what she did with Glorilla. Could you imagine that? Like, I know Megan, we talk about her being redundant and not really having like, the substance with her music, but I think Nicki probably would have advised her and like gave her help. The same way I see with JT. I know it's a lot of JT lovers out there, but I just feel like JT, her music is just corny to me. Like, I don't know. Like, people for a few weeks, they say they got their hands out, but just standing with their hands out, bags out, and then it just goes away. Like it, like it always does. Just goes away. You know what I'm saying? I think Megan would have benefited more with Nicki over like a JT. I really, really, really do think, I believe that, So it's just unfortunate when you think about it at the end of the day, like, damn, this is what the industry has come to. Like, Nicki is like, sometimes I feel like, and still content, still strong, still the queen. I be feeling like she on an island on her own, but she's only over there on her own because it's like you got to look at people and look at the disloyalty, how unloyal, I'm sorry, that a lot of people are. Megan is unloyal. She couldn't wait to flock to Cardi and start acting funny. I was really like preying through the internet last night. I seen something where Megan was, I gotta look that up to see when Hot Girl Summer came out, but Megan, remember she was saying she was supposed to be on Queen Radio and she never showed up, and she said she was supposed to be on Vogue and then she never ended up being on Vogue. It was like she lied. She got what she wanted out of the deal, and then Nicki was just sitting there looking crazy like, you supposed to show up. Let's talk about the song. Let's talk about the collaboration I just did for you. Megan screwed herself over. And I want to say this also while I'm on it because, Megan made her best music when she was with 1501. I felt like a lot of people talk about that Tina Snow era. I don't feel like her music was the best then. I felt like more cohesively, that Fever project was cohesive when she had 1501 and Juicy J on the beats. I think, she had a little jewel here and there, but I felt like that Fever project was a good project, and the songs were more cohesive. Now it's just like she's saying anything on the hooks, and Nicki would have helped with that. You would have had the support of the Nicki fans, but see, you got too big for the program, and you thought that, you got really gassed off that Beyonce collaboration. You got gassed off of WAP and bongos. You started seeing the tides turning when bongos came out, and then you just had a lot of flops to yourself to your name. Bubbling under this week when whatever. So sometimes the universe does protect us, and maybe that's what happened with Nicki. The universe protected her from somebody fake like Megan. Megan makes Aquarians look bad because we supposed to be real. Like, I know that sometimes, like, we say this whole zodiac thing is really an individual based type thing when it comes to people and their qualities and their loyalties and stuff like that. But she makes us look bad because it's just like, that's not the energy that I give. But then I also known and I've recognized throughout life that women Aquarius are different than the men. A lot of them are just like, they're just different, And then she's leaning on that Pisces too, so she's emotional. She probably get mad, and I try not to act out of emotions. I try to act out of logic and tact always, and I don't like people who act out like that. I don't even really like their energy at all. I don't like a lot of people energy, just to be honest with you. That's why you probably never see me associate. I just don't like a lot of, I don't, and they might not like me, and I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So listen, but yeah, get in the comments. Let me know what you think about that. I know I took the conversation on a turn, but don't you think Megan would have benefited if, things was cool with her and Nicki, and she would have been like signed to, heavy on it? She could have really been that artist who she's ready to go. And that's why I gave that comparison earlier when I was just like London Hill. I feel like London Hill raps way better than Megan, but I feel like, I don't know, like, is it with Nicki, like, do she really want to like push an artist like from the ground and push him, or is she looking for somebody who already has an audience? So when I think about somebody who had an audience, somewhat of an audience, Megan has an audience. So imagine if she never warred with Nicki, that would have been oh, you a vet in the game. I know that you're going to want the best for me. Let me push you through, or let me do, do what it got to do. And Megan just screwed it up. Now she out here flopping. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for 1501, she'd be up at the bombshells mopping, non-stopping. She would be. You already know it. She signed a deal for 15. Yo, you know what's so crazy? It's like, it's a contradiction. It's like, when she was on Riller, then she was like, I am not signing for less than the mill, right? It was good, cocky lyrics, right? I liked it. Go to J's, work with L, J Bone, what's the deal? But listen, the funny thing that she said on it is, I am not signing for less than the mill. You signed for $10,000. You understand what I'm saying? Where does cockiness come from? Like, it's cognitive dissonance where people talk the talk and they don't walk it, you know? I know that my video is scattered. I haven't recorded like in over a week, so you know, I'm just saying all types of shit, but I felt like I certain things I just wanted to say, like, damn, Megan, you really could have had the co-sign of Nicki. Like that would have been a better look than JT. I ain't want Nicki to sign JT. I ain't want her to sign I ain't want her to sign Ice Spice. I ain't want her to sign what's that chick name? JT, Ice Spice, Sexy Red. I know we was talking about that before. I ain't want that. Only other person I felt like could have rocked it was London Hill, because I felt like she's a fresh breath of air and she's a new female rapper and she could gain more, right? But I felt like if Megan would have signed with Nicki, she already got a base. She rocks that freaky thing, you know, she rocks that lane. I honestly do feel like this, right? And I might lose some of y'all, but I do feel like certain people, if there wasn't so much tension with her, I feel like some people would dislike her content as far as like being so sexual or whatever. But y'all like Trina, y'all like Little Kim. She raps sexual all the time, you know? I feel like it's easy to complain about a person, especially when you don't like them. But yeah, I feel like that would have been that would have been interesting. So you let me know what you think about that in the comments. If Megan and Nicki was cool and Megan signed to Nicki under Heavy on it, how do you think her career would be right now? She dropped Whenever, Whatever. That's just really not a good song to me though. But I feel like her support would be there. You know, it's like those things you got to think about. Like, damn, like them bridges that you burnt. What they say? Them bridges you burnt. You already know I'm talking about from Pills and Potions. Yeah, man. But listen, let me wrap this up. I just wanted to come and give y'all a little something, something. You know, I gotta get back engaged with doing my commentary and all of that. I hope y'all all doing well. Make sure that you cop some Oud Satin Move for you or your boo. The link is below. I'm gonna try to put a discounted link below. Also, make sure that you sign up for my walking steps challenge. I will be giving out a cash prize. We'll be giving out a pair of sneakers next month, you know, when the results come out in June. Also, please make sure that you support the channel. The Cash App is below. Make sure that you check out, also try to link up with, if you have one of these chiropractic places in your area called the Joint Chiropractic, check them out. And just, you know, I would you know, urge you to get some chiropractic adjustments and see what it does for you, especially if you suffer from any back pain or, you know, just an array of issues, you know, because I feel like it could really be helpful. Like today was the first day I lifted my hands up and was lifting weights, and I'm just like, wow, I don't feel no pain. Like, and also I don't stretch properly after my workouts either, so that's probably a contribution to it as well. Yeah, man. I know some people are gonna get this video and they probably gonna feel like, oh, you weren't messy enough, you didn't say anything. That's not really on my heart, and probably I got to get the engine rev back up before I like really get into it, because I wanted to come and like really be on a bang, but my energy is just really not like that right now, you know. Cardi did look a little manly in the face in some of the videos, but I felt like she looked okay. Nicki looked beautiful. I feel like she nailed the whole theme of it. Megan, she looked nice, you know. I ain't gonna hate on her. I ain't, you know, whatever. She did look like lesbian lovers with Angel Reese knocking that ponytail and then trying to act so giddy. They probably went right back to the hotel with a hotel. Yep. Doja Cat. Lauryn Hill, she looked good. You know, that was that. Anybody else? Doja, Lauren, Doechii was really on some hosting. She was on a hosting gig, but she looked good though, you know. And I think that sometimes people be like, she looked good just because she had Louis Vuitton on. I felt like I don't really care about all of that. Don't really care about it. Anyway, is that all I gotta say? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Subscribe to this channel, thumbs up the video, get in the comments, let me know what you think. Make sure that you sign up for the walking challenge. The link is in the description. And make sure that you support the channel, most of all, Cash App below. Potent Pondering, I'm up out of here. Peace.